Absolutely gorgeous. Day 59, driving up to the top of Mt Greylock. This is one of the pull-offs. Oh my glory, this is just amazing. Wow. Holy cow. Day 59 on trail, getting ready to head out from the top of Mt Greylock, where we left off on Saturday. It's Monday morning. Pretty cloudy up this way. The Memorial Tower is ahead up here, and you can barely see the lights at the top of it. That's the top of the tower up there. So right now we're in the clouds. It's a beautiful drive up here today. Absolutely gorgeous drive up here. You feel like you're on top of the world as you're looking from some of the overlooks, as the earlier video showed. Yep, we've got about a, I don't know, 6-mile hike down the mountain. And from there, we'll pick up our big packs. We're slack packing right now. We'll pick up our big packs. The hotel owner is going to drop them by a school for us, and we'll pick them up there and continue on our way. Well, here we have Mt Greylock, elevation 3,491 feet. Continuing the descent down, and it's overall been boring. I mean, what you're seeing here is that's it. We just continue on down. We did cross over the roadway once, but other than that, there's really not anything to look at. Not saying further down there won't be, but for now there haven't been any views, and you're just in the woods walking. See how it goes down here. I forgot my Garmin this morning. Since we went from doing our full packs all day to slack packing down the mountain and then picking up our full packs, I left my Garmin on my full pack. So for those who had been following my trip throughout the day, you're just not going to see my descent off of Mt Greylock. My apologies for that. But again, anything interesting comes along, I'll go ahead and pull the phone back out. Our first clearing for there to be a view, but as you can tell, it is quite foggy out there still. We have come out of the woods onto a roadway. We'll walk down this side road, go across Massachusetts Route 2, and then back into the woods again. So we're slowly getting there. Again, we slack packed off of Mt Greylock down to Massachusetts Route 2, which is kind of between Williamstown and North Adams. And the hotel that we stayed at last night, the owner is going to drive our backpacks to us, to the school. There's a school up here. No Rush told me there would be some trail magic. There's known to be trail magic behind the sign at the school. So we're going to have the bags dropped to us there at the school. I just don't know how far down the road it is. But once we get there, I'll give the guy a call, and it takes him about 5 minutes, 7 minutes to get here. He can drop our bags for us. That'll be nice. It is so hot already. It's only like 10 o'clock in the morning. And it's just really warm. I keep praying, good Lord will give me the strength I need and the wisdom to hike a smart hike going up to the shelter. Still about 9 more miles to the shelter from once we get our full packs on. It'd be nice if there was a breeze. If there is, we're just not feeling it. But stay hydrated. The main thing is going to be to stay hydrated, so every time I see a stream that I can get water from, I'm going to go ahead and get some water. Because looking at the map, they look like they were few and far between. And since it has not rained in, I don't know, three days, some of those streams might be quite low. So there we have it, the trail magic that's stashed behind the school sign. So we'll take a look and see what we've got.
Agua?
Good job. Water, whatever drinks, it doesn't matter. I'll take a water without a doubt. Appalachian Trail Message Center. Very nice. These supplies are for hikers only. Very nice. Alright, this is the first time in a little over 30 days I've had my full backpack on hiking. I haven't even gone a quarter of a mile and my hip flexors are already screaming at me. I don't know what to do. Just hike and sleep in the same clothes and just carry a tent, sleeping bag, and my camp stuff, food, or what, but I don't know. I just keep thinking I get rid of stuff, yet it keeps feeling heavier and heavier. I don't know what's going on. And right now I'm praying I can make it the 9 miles. Crossing over river down here and into the woods. Sometime today we'll cross in the Vermont border. Yeah, this is crazy. All right, for those who have done the continuous hiking without breaks in the trail anyway, it's a 1,600 mile mark. Congratulations, guys. Woo, how do you feel, Marcia, knowing you've done 1,600 miles in the last few months? Say, closer to the end. Less than 600 to go. Man, what a good feeling. Yeah, surreal. Very beautiful stream here. I think coming out with a full pack today is one of the stupidest decisions I've made in a really long time. This is what I still have to go up just to get anywhere near the summit. And I say anywhere near because that's like 0.2 miles and there's still 1.7 to go before I reach the summit. That's what I've come from. It is so hot. I'm almost out of water and there isn't another water supply for over 2 miles, if the stream is even flowing. So definitely piss poor planning on my end, and I can tell you I will not be able to go 18 miles tomorrow like we had in our plan. I can't do this with my full pack that many miles, and so yeah, so I'll have to readjust my plan, take a look. And then I may have to, if there's a town or someplace for me to shuttle, depending, I may have to resupply before I come back out, because it's going to take me a minimum of 4.5 to 5 days to go what we had planned to do in 3 days. So it's just a little too much for me right now. I'm just not ready for it. All right, there's a bit of a view. I'm still climbing up the mountain. Thought I would share what little bit of view I'm seeing. Those are the rocks that came up, and then you can't even see them down below the forest now. I just took another break. It's about my 4th one since I started. About 12:35, something in the afternoon. I know the heat of the day is just about 3 hours away. Every time I find a shady space that's good for me, I go ahead and stop. My only concern is the water. I've been doing a lot of praying that there'll be good water flow at the upcoming stream, that I'll be able to filter some water, get my bottles filled up again. But yeah, it's been a rough day back. That's all I can say with this full package. It's been a rough day back. But I'm gonna make it. Just taking my time. Not going fast. Not trying to break any speed records or anything. I'm just trying to make sure I get to the shelter before dark. That's it. That'll be it. A lot of rocks up here. Of course, I just had that huge rock scramble, so that was interesting. But I made it. Took myself a nice 10-minute break. Sat down, got my pack off. There's a little bit of a breeze where I was sitting. Had a snack, some more water with electrolytes, and just going nice and slow. This has been one heck of an uphill climb. One heck of a climb, that's for sure. I think the hardest part of the climb is over. Not that there won't be another one to do today, but not that hard. That's all. Slack packing is sure a lot easier. I allowed myself to get soft. That's for sure. How appropriate that the Welcome to Vermont sign is in front of all this mud, because people normally call Vermont Vermud that are hikers. Oh, welcome to Vermont, the Long Trail, a footpath in the wilderness. The Long Trail, maintained by the Green Mountain Club, follows the Green Mountain Range for 273 miles north to Canada. White painted blazes mark the trail. Blue blazes mark side trails. The AT follows the LT, Long Trail, for 105 miles. Info and guidebooks are available from the Green Mountain Club, and they give you an address and blah, blah, blah. So their blazes are the same as ours, so for 105 miles, we'll be following along. I have finally made it out of another whole state. After all this jumping around, I completed the state of Massachusetts. I have completed the state of Massachusetts. Another state done. So the sign here shows Seth Warner Shelter 3.0 miles, and it says closed on there. I find it funny because in the Far Out app, Seth Warner Shelter is still 5.2 miles away. So that's quite the head game, to think you only have 3 more miles to go in a 100-degree temperature, and you really have 5 point something. That's not very nice of them to keep their sign outdated or totally wrong. Oh, please let there be water in the stream up here. But this is Vermont so far, guys. Look at that. I'm not in mud. Woohoo! From this tiny little trickle here, I was able to get my Catadine bottle under there just enough to fill just a little bit in there 3 different times so I can get enough water. God, every time I stand up I get so dizzy. Just enough times to get half a liter out of it. I still have 4 miles to go, and I'm hoping that's not the end of the water before that 4.8 mile mark. I've got another steep climb coming. Just sat here on that little log right there and just took a break. And I would get up now and then and go get a little water out of that stream into my Catadine water bag and filter it into my water bottle. Oh my gosh. I think this has been my hardest day yet since coming back. Oh. I don't know what's going on, but I've been down to get the water, and then every time I stand up I get lightheaded. Oh, this is crazy. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get to the shelter and pass out. So this is the little spring that was mentioned in the Far Out app. So I was able to get more water. I have 2.5 liters now, heading into 4.8 miles left until the shelter. Got one more pretty good climb to go to get there. But I sat on that rock right there, ate my lunch, 2 packs of tuna fish, gluten-free roll, drank a bunch of water, then went over and filled up again. So I've good refreshing stop, and I believe I can make it through the next 4.8 miles. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull out my sunglasses, I think too. Only a few miles into Vermont, and it's definitely living up to its trail name of Vermud. Have to say that. It is living up to its trail name of Vermud. Let's keep going back and forth. See which side might be the driest mud. Not as deep, who knows, but just keep going back and forth around it. Oh dear. Might be time for another break pretty soon. It's the heat of the day. Like I said earlier, the heat index is up to 100. And even though I'm in the woods, which is great, because overall I'm shaded, but the air is just so hot and heavy. So about every mile, I just take my pack off and sit down and have some water and, you know, if need be, a snack. Ooh-wee. Came up on this huge boulder here that just looked out of place in the woods. That is one huge boulder though. I have about 1.5 miles to go to the shelter. I've emerged from the woods into an open area here where the power lines are. Just a bit of a view. I'm past the point of exhaustion, and I still have about half a mile to the shelter. Well, I have made it to the break off for the shelter. Get that bug off my arm. I don't know how long the side trail is, but I finally made it. Even in total, it was only a 15-mile day. 6 of it slack packing, 9 of it full pack. And right now the plan was tomorrow to do like 17, but not for this girl. Here we are. That's the hut or the privy. That looks like the privy right there. It's a giant privy. Yep, there's the privy down there. I hear voices. I had to come 3/10 of a mile down the trail to get water, and there's this pond here, and I'm gonna guess that's a beaver. See if I can get back over here away from that tree. Oh, went back under the water. I never know where he's going to pop up. It took me a while to find him last time. Beautiful pond down here. I had to come down to get the water. Well, I made it to the shelter. It's going on 7 o'clock right now. Got my dinner. The water in there and trying to get the food to rehydrate. I'm super tired. Once I eat dinner, I'll get changed into my night clothes and set up. There's no place to tent, so I'll have to shelter. But yeah, just really tired and ready to hit the sack now. But I want to get some food in my belly. It's pretty crowded. There's a group of young counselors here. I guess they're in training. So there's quite a few people here. But it was a tough day for me. And I hope tomorrow might be a little easier. I was not surprised.